The most important focus for us today is the next 120 days. And Coollink Broadcast Network will be made or won't be here in 120 days.
Basically, the broadcast network works like this. We go in and we take the radio station's regular terrestrial, that's a big word, isn't it, radio signal, and throw that on the internet. But where we come in differently is that we do ad inserts.
What we're doing is we're putting a guy in a room, right, and he's sitting here punching this little play button whenever he hears the spot go off the radio. So there's no coordination with the radio station. You know, they have a little DJ mixer, and they push a play button and put it over on the commercial, and then they listen, and when the commercials are ready, they put it back.
We have some people coming in from RCS, which is the commercial insertion people. It's an automated commercial insertion system that will automatically insert commercials over the top of the streams. We haven't actually seen it work. We know in theory how it's going to work, but it's for radio, it works well. No one's done it for the internet yet.
200 radio stations in 120 days, and that's not going to be 50 radio stations per month. That's going to be 25, 50, 75, and 100, you know, to get you to that 100 likely. That's what I'm thinking.
Our objective is to get the station streamed as quickly as possible.
What equipment manufacturer can't respond to us within that time?
We're talking in orders of the MP3 encoders for 100, 250. If we place those at once, you're looking as much as 12 to 16 weeks lead time on that.
So we've moved the VJs into being traffic and billing specialists. I think that's interesting.
I think that was just sticking them there until
We're
we
just sticking
figured
them
out
there.
what. I have a feeling that.
Hey, Jace, you got a promotion, buddy.
Don't look at me.
And Jonathan, you're on the chart twice because we haven't.
I'm an IJ man.
The team is phenomenally energized. They're enthusiastic. Never seen a smarter group of people that I've ever been associated with in my career.
I mean, that's why I came here, was because I had Mark Cuban's people in my office 4 years ago saying, well, we'll take 30 spots a week and we'll stream your station on the net.
Data will be late.
Along with a don't black hit me in the face.
Oh. You can't even tell me who you're going to bring to the radio station. All you're doing is taking my listeners and, you know, using them to build your destination site. Well, a lot of people in radio got so enamored with getting on the internet that they gave up all that. And that's how he built his company.
So with all these people pulling together and moving towards the same goal, we have a real good opportunity to pull this thing off.
Don't tell those guys this because they're all, yeah, this is going to work, this is going to work. And I'm like, okay, well, theoretically, it should work. But does it work right now? No, it doesn't work right now.
Tom loaded the newest version of our player onto my machine, and it hasn't booted since. So, there's a small problem with our installer. We may have to put a little disclaimer that says may or may not completely crash your machine.
The next 120 days are going to be chaotic. It's going to be emotional.
Where is everybody?
Where's all the...
Jesus.
Where's all the fucking web program? Is it server? There shouldn't be any problems with anything that we've done.
And however, you know, my provisioner had to get an alternate cross-connect with them, with MFS going, you know, in order to get the order to Bell because WorldCom didn't have the capacity on their network to carry the circuit from their CO all the way out to your prem. So, you know, we have an MFS cross-connect involved. The MFS cross-connect is scheduled to be done until the 1st.
They won't call us and tell us when it's triggered, how we know when something's triggered.
Scheduled to be on site on the 1st of June between 9 and 5 to do your installation for your two circuit and MFS. You know, we still have to wait for the MFS portion of it to get done, which is the cross-connect.
I didn't pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to let people take holidays.
So you buying lunch?
Be able to test the circuit with the telco because they won't be able to see each other. So once this MFS cross-connect gets completed also, then we'll be able to test the circuit.
You need to go back through and count how many times you just cross-connected.
Test it on the 5th.
You know what you want to ask?
I don't know what.
How does the freaking thing
I don't know
work?
what happened. What is it?
I'm going to check into it, and I'll give you a call back, Jeff. But I did want to call and let you know that Telco's scheduled to be on site on the 1st of May. I mean, not May, but June. The Bell Tech will be out there between 9 and 5.
Still going, dude.
So we have 5 radio stations we have currently, and the reason we only have 5 is we want to be sure that when we go out to deliver our model to the rest of the world, that we can do it when we're ready for prime time.
We have a pretty good grasp of 5 stations. What do we do when we add 20? What do we do when we add 100? What do we do when we add 1,000? How are we going to keep all this coordinated? It's a lot harder than what it sounds. Really, we have to go in and sort of take this one piece of gear that was really designed for one type of purpose and remaster it into some, into doing something completely different.
Another right?
Okay, now touch them together. And now you look over here, and you see a red light. Touch them again. That is a thing of beauty.
If we secure the contracts that we're anticipation of securing in the next 120 days, that will demonstrate sufficiently to the market that we could file an S1, or we might be a prime candidate for an acquisition.
Like you hear Grant tell his 120-day speech, and really he's right. If this thing isn't up and working, if we're not doing this with a lot of radio stations and with groups in 120 days, well, it's time to update your resume.
Just one plug on this end, and everything you could ever possibly want on that end. In fact, more than I want, because this is only supposed to have 4 on it, but trial and error is the way that we're doing this stuff. That would be an error.
So none of us make any money. We're all in this business for the options.
Thanks. I introduced myself well, didn't I? I'm a shepherd. I can herd a mean-ass group of sheep.
An official employee Nerf gun tester. I determine which Nerf guns should be purchased for our employees.
Yeah, and then you pick the crappy one.
If we can effectively pull off the relationships that we appear to be developing, the 4 contracts we mentioned, HBC, Citadel, Clear Channel, Intercom, we could be in a situation to mirror the same type of success as Broadcast.com.